Why do you think in all my videos I'm saying there's nothing enlightening about playing small, right? There's nothing enlightening about playing small so that other people don't feel insecure around you, right? Because when you start to act like you're him, when you start to act like you're that guy, you're going to make a lot of people insecure. A lot of people are going to be insecure around you because you're literally you're literally reflecting a mirror back at them of what they could have been, right? See, once you start carrying yourself like you're him, like you're that guy, the world is going to try and humble you. The world is going to try and knock you down on your knees and tell you who you are and tell you to stay in your place or tell you who do you think you are and all this type of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, when you're in this journey of recreating yourself, reinventing yourself, shifting your identity from one state to another, you're going to face a lot of resistance, right? A lot of people are going to, hate on you and, stop you from being the best version of yourself, right? It's important to have this mindset that you're that guy because the world's going to try and humble you. People are going to say, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Or, when you carry yourself in that way, people are going to think it's cringe. They're going to say, oh, you think you're that guy now? Like, you know what I mean? But you have to reject it. You have to reject that. That's what you have to reject. And you got to be okay with that. You got to be able to fight with that every day. You got to be able to live with that, right? And the best way to kickstart this identity shift, to recreate yourself, is to hop on Bodygame. Bodygame is like the first pillar, the first step to recreating yourself, right? Because when you can go from skinny to jacked, obese to jacked, that transformation, right? It once you see it play out in your own life, it gives you the confidence to go out and recreate yourself in other areas of life, right? Because recreating yourself is a continual process. And if you need help doing that, hit the link in the description. I'm the guy for that. And we'll see if it makes sense to work together so that you can recreate yourself through Bodygame. Right? So hit that link in the description if that sounds like you. I like this video and subscribe while you're at it, right? Back to scheduled program. Little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it, right? But like I was saying, in this journey to recreating yourself on the micro, on the macro, and the micro level, the world is going to try and tell you who you are. On the macro level, the world is going to try and push certain ideologies on you, push certain societal norms on you, telling you how you should be or act. They're going to try and tell you to be a victim. They're going to try and tell you you're at a disadvantage. They're going to try and tell you all these different messages. Oh, you shouldn't act like this. You shouldn't do this, do that, right? On a micro level in your own life, once you start, picking up new hobbies or business ventures, or maybe even hopping on your fitness journey, people are gonna give you resistance. People are gonna try and tell you you changed. They're gonna try and tell you, oh, you're trying to be something you're not. They're gonna say, oh, you're trying to be an influencer now, huh? Or oh, how's that gym life going? Oh, look, this guy's in the gym now. Oh, the gym's not everything, bro. Oh, gym's not like, why are you in the gym so much, bro? Like, you know what I mean? You're going to face all this type of resistance on your path to shifting your identity, recreating yourself, right? And it's your job, it's your duty to resist it, right? Because you're him, right? Don't let this world or the people around you knock you down and make you feel like you're not him, because you are that guy. Because if you're putting in the work every day, you're working out, you're trying to shift your identity, you're trying to change your life, you are that guy, you're him. And in that process, life might knock you on your ass and might knock you down and whatnot, right? But you gotta be able to remember who you are. Remember that you're him, right? Don't let this world humble you. Don't let adversity knock you down. Get back up. Remember who you are. Remember that you're him. You're that guy because you've been put in the work, right? You've been through all the struggles. You've overcame it, right? You've lost everything and got it back again tenfold. If that's not him, I don't know what is, right? So don't let this world or anyone else convince you that you're not him, right? Because you're putting in the work, and that's something that 99% of people are not doing. A lot of people rather sit in their warm blankets and eating Christmas cookies, and now it's summertime and they're not in shape. Where they at? They not out here in a tank top like you are, bro, because you're putting in that work, bro, right? And that's the thing. So you got to act like it, right? You got to act like you're him. You got to carry yourself in that way, because once you start carrying yourself in that way, the world will start to treat you in that way, right? On this journey to recreating yourself, you need to visualize the version of yourself that you want to be first before you actually bring it out into real life, right? You have to visualize this version of yourself first. You have to visualize the version that you want to be. How does he act, walk, talk, right? And literally live out that ideal version of yourself every day. Live like the person you want to be if you want to recreate yourself, right? And that is the key. That is the key. You need to act like you're him in order to become him, right? Because you're not just going to suddenly become him. You need to act like it, and then eventually you will become that guy, right? You need to visualize it and then play it out in real time, right? And I just want to end off by just saying, like, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. There's nothing enlightening about playing small so other people don't feel insecure around you, right? Because we all have something to offer. We all have unique quirks. We all have something unique about us, right? And if we don't let our unique quirks shine, if we don't let our light shine, we risk the harm to other people, because then we don't allow people to reach their full potential because they can't get inspired off us, right? And I feel like, once people are like mature enough to understand that kind of concept, they'll be able to follow suit. They'll be able to get inspired, and follow suit and be able to want to change their own lives. But it's gonna be the insecure like NPCs that are gonna try and bring you down or feel insecure by you shining, right? So don't let that stop you from being the best version of yourself. All right, but that's all I really had to say for this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that link in the description if you're looking to recreate yourself, shift your identity through Bodygame, right? I'm the guy for that, and I'll be happy to help you with that. Send this to someone who really needs to hear it. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. Catch you guys next video. See ya.